Greetings to all of you on this very special night, which is the Christmas night of the year 2019. This is not merely the Christmas night as it often happens, but it is also a night, the fourth night of the Jewish festivity of light known as Chanukah, or Hanukkah as some people call it. The light has a very special significance. Without light, we cannot see. We cannot realize various things. But light, even a little lamp, does not shine for its own sake, but it shines in order to avail others to benefit from its being combusted. In the New Testament, Jesus Christ compares his disciples, telling them to be the light of the world. In Matthew's Gospel, we see that Jesus Christ says, "You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hid, and no one lights a lamp and puts it under a bushel, but on a stand, so that everyone can benefit from that light," in modern English, or so that it gives light to its surroundings. So it is with us human beings. We can only be worthy human beings, worthy of our human births, each of our human birth, if, but only if, we show and practice humanity. Humanity does not simply mean to live like everyone else. Humanity means to come forward and help those in need, who are in greater need than ourselves. Currently, we know that in a country like mine, humanity is often lacking. People are often influenced by other cultures, and they are forgetting the very need to show kindness, generosity, understanding towards their fellow men and women, towards the children of their world, their country, their communities, towards the babies, and towards others. But we are not merely capsuled in a single country, at least not in this current age anymore, if I may use the expression with all due respect. We are global citizens, and therefore we are required to serve in global need. While I'm sitting in my country, India, at the moment, where the country is torn apart due to certain people's certain ideas and trying to practice them, even trying to introduce certain legislations which are likely to endanger our constitution as a whole. In various other parts of the world, people are suffering due to natural calamities. For instance, in a country like Australia, too many people are being affected. Many even lost their lives due to the bushfire, which is raging in that particular continent, and definitely in various parts of that country. Likewise, in the United Kingdom, they had floods which often, I should say very effectively, even moved people out of their homes and houses. People could not celebrate the season of Christmas as they could have done. Even on this Christmas day, several individuals were cut off due to typhoon in a certain country in the Far East. So it becomes our moral duty to come forward and help them, to speak out on their behalf, to speak up for those who cannot speak up on their own or are too afraid to do so. Those of us who are better off than they are ought to act in their service. The true significance of Christmas is not merely exchanging greetings and gifts. The true significance of Christmas is often reflected by that little crib, the creche, which shows, according to the New Testament, the divinity becoming flesh, even taking birth in a family which was too poor to afford a baby's cradle. The baby Jesus had to be laid down in a manger, wrapped in swaddling cloths, not in fine raiment. Even though he is believed to be the true Messiah, the Son of God, the King of the universe, but he became poor for our sake. He served us, he washed his disciples' feet, he sacrificed his own life, and in his own words, greater love has no one than the one who lays down his life for his friends. He realized this, he practiced this, he proved this to be true by dying upon the cross, even like a slave, a non-Roman citizen of his day. In our current age, we as human beings can claim to be proper and true human beings if, but only if, we practice true humanity. True humanity makes us worthy human beings, true human beings. And we can only do so if we are willing, if we are ready, if we really are committed to serve those in need. It need not be something very demonstrative. It need not be something which has to be extraordinary. It can be very simple things. Helping an elderly person to carry a heavy bag on the street or on the pavement. Helping a blind person to go across the street. Speaking friendly words to a desperate person who needs consolation. Offering a seat on public transport to a person who needs that seat desperately. To speak out against inhumanity. To speak out against human trafficking and illegal slavery. To come to aid of those victims are all those kinds of services required of us, those of us who take pride in calling ourselves human beings. I therefore request you most earnestly, beg you most humbly, and thank you in anticipation for coming forward to help the ones in real need, while I remain at your service, most humbly and with all due respect. And thank you in anticipation for heeding to my request and coming to the aid of those who need our help very desperately, even at this very moment. I wish you all a a very joyous season of Christmas and a very good, happy, and prosperous New Year. And thank you once again. God bless. Good night from my country, India.